Hi everyone, it is Ray from Ray Life Coaching, and I am here again at Middle River Yoga Studio in Stafford Springs, Connecticut, and it's a chilly day today in Connecticut, which is why I'm like covered up. And today is Wednesday, so I wanted to talk about how to implement meditation into your everyday life. I was thinking about this on the way in and remembering that one of the people that comes to the meditation every day, Monday through Friday, was talking about their why. And I realized why, or at least asked myself, why is it so easy for me to come here every morning when it's something new, it's something I wasn't doing at all. I worked in my home behind a screen for many years, and now I am starting to go out after COVID, but it's not specifically because of COVID, it's because it's the right time for me. So why is it so easy to do something pretty consistently? That is hard. Really, it's hard to get out of your house when no one else tells you you have to. It's hard to do something consistently, not just for yourself, but for others when it might not be appreciated at all. It might not be received in the way that you think it should be. But why do people still do it? And there are many reasons, right? Good or bad. And for me, I realized that it was because I had prepared so much for this moment in my mind already, in my feeling body. And because I was already meditating myself and knew the reasons why I did it for myself, I also knew eventually why it might be helpful for all of you. But it's more than that, right? Your why has to be so strong that it pushes you through the times that you would normally give up. I've been doing this for almost a month now, and there's a lot of times no one shows up. So what allows you to do something you think is really important, even when it seems like it's not working? And you'll notice that I always kind of come to this place. It's like this confidence, this trust in self. And how do we get that? It first starts here. And I do think that meditation helps that, because meditation's about listening. So how do you get to your why, though? That tends to be a kind of confusing, illusory thing. And for me, my why is more about how I feel. How do I want to feel? So I know when I started my independent business about more than 10 years ago as a virtual bookkeeper, my ultimate why was autonomy and freedom. And then I had to describe what that meant for me. So for me, it meant that I could go off for a walk whenever I wanted to. I could choose my clients, time, how much they pay me, all of these factors. And if a problem arose, I was the one to deal with it and solve it. And to me, that felt freeing. So what is your why? What's the point of being here today? For me, meditation is a key, a tool to, like I said, listening. And why do I want to listen? Well, I believe that there are answers that reside within. And I may be listening to the wrong things internally. I may be listening to habitual mantras, the things that people have told me, and I continued saying to myself. So once we sit down and really listen to what we're saying to ourselves, we can choose then. Yes, it's scary. Yes, it's painful. But if you can see it as not really about you at all, it's not. It's just a habit of the mind. That's it. It's just your body. And you can change that by being the viewer and the listener. Once you have that skill, not only can you tap into something for yourself, but you can listen to others. And if you're having any relationship problems, it's amazing how listening not only to yourself, but also using that skill toward others can change your life. Yay. Okay, so how do we put this into meditation? Like, isn't this a meditation session here? Aren't we supposed to be meditating? Yes, we will. So let's do that. So I want you to bring up something you really wish for. That ultimate why. How do you want to feel when you have that thing? Maybe it's a new house, whatever it is. What do you think you'll get when you have that thing in your life? And think of a feeling. So, like I said, freedom or free, autonomy, to feel really authentic, or to feel really at home and at peace, or to feel connected, whatever the words are. And we're going to use that, not only the imagery of the thing, but also the feeling. And we're going to tap into it. First, we're going to connect with ourselves in our meditation. And then I'm going to take you to that place of what you want, allow you to experience that feeling fully, move it inside. And this is a practice. This is a practice so that you can take it wherever you are, first in easy spaces like this one, and next in spaces that aren't so easy, that are the complete opposite of what you want. And you can take this imagery and this feeling and bring it into that space. Eventually, it's going to take some time. So let's start. So find a place that's comfortable. You do not have to sit the way I'm sitting, please. You can sit on a chair, you can lay down. I do not care. It does not matter. What is most important is that you're aligned and comfortable. You don't want to be like this as much as possible. You don't want to be like this. Okay? But able to sit above your hips. And if that means you need props, you need some support, please give yourself support. Pause this and give yourself support, because that'll be distracting. Okay, so let's find a place that's comfortable. Closing the eyes is helpful since we are going to be visualizing, but if you feel like you can visualize with your eyes open and that feels good to you, then just lower your gaze so that you're looking about 2 feet in front of you. And let your eyelids relax. And just for a moment, I want you to bring yourself back to your natural breath. Like, how are you breathing? At this moment, don't feel like you have to change it. Just notice it. And as you do, survey your body. And with each breath, try to let go one thing upon another. And maybe it's the hips and the muscles around the hips, letting the legs go. Maybe it's the shoulders and realizing, I'm slouching a little bit. And letting yourself extend as you inhale. Just creating a little bit more space. And pay attention now to how you land on the ground and the floor. What is touching the floor and ground? And now I want you to pay attention to all of your joints. And we're going to start with your toes. And just breathe into them and let them go as you exhale. And then your ankle. Again, breathing in and letting it go. And now your knees. And just let them go. And your hips. And you'll notice your breath may lengthen. And as you exhale, really notice how the tension releases. And now up the spine. And just kind of bring your mind to the bottom base of the spine. And as you breathe, gradually move up the spine. And as you inhale, feel the spine lengthen above the hips. And bring the breath and your attention up into the thoracic cavity. And just notice how the spine connects to the ribs. Up into the shoulders. And breathing in and letting it go. Bringing your attention now into your neck, into the head, the base of the head. And notice as you exhale, you release the shoulders from the base of the head. And let the exhale release and relax down from the base of the head to the back of the shoulders, all the way down to your sit bones and your hips. Now take your attention again as you breathe in to your shoulders, the shoulder joints. And now into your elbows. Now let everything release. Feel the elbows are heavy, sinking toward the floor. And now your wrists. And all the little bones in between of your hands. Imagine all the little muscles and ligaments just letting go. And your finger joints and knuckles. And breathing the breath, bringing the breath back up to the head, into the jaw. And feel the jaw release from the ears, all the way down the sides of the neck. Notice how that may extend the head from the top up, as if there's a string from the base of the head all the way up to the top, and it's being pulled up to the sky. Now let any little muscles you have in your eyes go, and the brow. Feel the release from the inner of your nasal cavity. letting go the eyes from there, deep within. I want you to bring your attention now to your forehead up to the top of your head. I want you to imagine that a very bright light is shining right there. In your mind's eye, see that light and see the color. See how the color moves and the light moves. And now let it pretty quickly funnel into your body, into the head and the back of the head, almost as if the light rolls down the back of your body into your spine and your back body, the back of your arms, and the back of your legs. And then it rolls around your feet and up the front of your body, up your calves, your thighs, all the way up your hips and your stomach, up into your chest and into your face again, up to the top of your head. We're just going to do that with the breath. And as you exhale, imagine the light in your forehead, your top of your head, rolling to the back of the body. Exhale, the back of the toes, all the way up, and inhale, the front of the body. Again, inhaling the back of the body, the light rolling down, and the light rolling up. Exhale. And do that at your own pace for the next few breaths. One more long breath. Now still bringing your attention to your forehead, up into your top of your head. I want you to imagine with your mind's eye that now you are seeing a ginormous screen wrapping around you, as if the light in your mind's eye goes out like a screen right in front of you. It's very bright, like the color that was shining on your forehead. And all of a sudden, you press a button on the screen. And all of a sudden, that button radiates out into an image of what you want. Where do you want to be? What is it that you're wishing for? Best scenario. All of a sudden you see yourself in the screen. You're watching. Where are you? Who are you around? What is the environment? Is it inside? Is it outside? And what are you doing? What are you there for? I'm just going to give you a few moments to see that. And as if you're the audience just watching, place yourself in the scene, watching yourself and all of the others and things in that scene. Just seated there. Allow yourself to hear any noises in this space, any smells, any tastes. And if there aren't any tastes, imagine what taste would come to you if there were. Now allow yourself to touch something. You're going to see the other you in this scene touch something and you're feeling it. I'm going to give you some moments to really feel out how it feels to be here and to have this thing that you desire. Bring a word or two to mind that encapsulates what you'd like to feel after you have this thing. Take a deep breath in, and I want you to take that feeling from your other self and really breathe it in. And as you're breathing in that feeling that you wish for, I want you to place it in your body as if it's like a little present, just sitting within you, waiting to be opened. I want you to feel it and give it its own name. It could be just that word that you chose, or it could have its own name. Give it a color. It could be multiple colors. Just give it a face. At this moment now, I want you to believe that you have all of this already. And in your daily life, you can take this memory with you. When it's easy, bring it out. When it's not easy, try to bring it out. We're going to come back and look at the scene. We're going to get up from our seated place in the scene and walk toward our other self. Have your other self face you. And get about 4 feet away from your other self. Excuse me. And just say thank you. Hug your other self. And then I want you to imagine that you meld with the other to become one. And you look out into the scene as just one. Having that feeling within already. How would you be different in this moment if you were and had everything? Point out 3 things that would be different for you. And now, walk back out of the scene and into your current body. Now looking back at the screen, press the button again. Let the light of the screen go back into your forehead. back into the top of your head. Let that light again funnel down into the present within that you placed inside yourself. Let all that light funnel into that space. Allow yourself to fully experience it. Let that light and that color, whatever it is, shine so brightly within your body that it extends, creates a force field around you. This force field will help you remember to come back to this feeling. And whenever something sways you, you'll feel a bounce off this force field to remind you, hey, check me out. I'm still here. We're going to bring ourselves back into the here and now. Notice your seat, where you land on the ground or floor. Notice your toes, your ankles, your knees and hips. Find your fingers in your wrist and elbow and shoulders. Bring yourself into your core and feel the breath as it comes in and out. Take a very deep breath in and awaken the body more. Take another deep breath in and give yourself a little smile. Thank yourself internally for doing this practice. And on your next inhalation, slowly move your fingers and your neck. Slowly move your hips. And allow yourself to stretch out of the pose a little bit. And slowly open your eyes if they're closed. Thank you so much for coming. This is such a great practice to do. It's kind of fun too, to imagine yourself in this other place. And the more you do it, the more clear it will get. But just remember, every day and every moment changes. So you could find that one day you just can't do it. That's okay. That's how it goes. It's like anything, right? It's like, I just learned how to skate, but for some reason today I cannot stay on my feet. That's just how it works. So be kind to yourself. Be compassionate, because this is really just for you. It's not for anybody else. It's to help you get to where you want to go, and then be able to really make those connections with others that you wish for so dearly. Okay, I am so happy you're here. Thank you so much for showing up, not just for me, but really for you, not for me at all. Okay, thank you. Hope to see you again.